Does your narcissistic ex still have control of your life? Are you still surrounded by their pictures, their items, presents they give you? Because photographs and items can hold bad juju, can hold bad energy. So if you're refusing to let go of certain things that remind you of your ex or that they give you, or photographs, you're effectively letting them still control you on an energetic level. Because every time you see those items, whether consciously or subconsciously, you're thinking about them. You're thinking about the upset, the anger, the hatred you have towards them, how they controlled your life. But they're still controlling your life because you're still allowing that energy to build every time you notice this item or see that photograph. I read this quote yesterday, and this is really profound because it makes a lot of sense. We might escape a narcissistic relationship, but if we don't remove that energy within, our surroundings and our environment, they will still have a hold of us. Freeing yourself was one thing. Claiming ownership of that freed self is another. Have you actually claimed ownership of your free self, or are you still allowing them to control your life? My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach, and I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse. I first heard about bad juju a few years ago. And I wasn't long out of my second narcissistic relationship. I was in 2 narcissistic relationships in my 20s. One was 8 years, one was a year and a half. And my ex moved out of this house, and it took a long time for me to get myself back. That was fair enough. When I heard about bad juju, I was literally, fuck. Bad juju is an energetic energy. It's an energy of bad luck. So if there is old items that remind you of your ex, or presents they gave you, photographs on your social media, this is them still energetically controlling your fucking life. Because every time you see that, you're going to go, oh, fuck that bitch, or fuck that fucker, whatever you want to call them. Excuse my language. Fuck them, because every time you see that, you're going to remember what they did to you. The way I see this, right? If a person was verbally, physically, or any fucking kind of abusive or controlling to you in a relationship, you have every right to act like that person no longer fucking exists. This is the key to getting over narcissistic relationships. Block them, block the fuck out of them, and burn everything that reminds you of them. At the time when I heard about bad juju, and I was like, look around your house and see if there's anything there that reminds you of a bad time in your life. I looked around my home and literally everything. At the time, everything. I had stuff that was from my 8-year narcissistic relationship, and I had stuff from that 1.5 year narcissistic relationship, right? I had 2 dressing gowns at the time. One was from the first relationship, the other was from a present from his mother, my second ex's mother. I literally went, oh my God, I nearly got sick. I was surrounded by their energy. The walls ended up bare. I took all the decorations, all the ornaments down, every single thing. Fucking threw away those dressing gowns, threw away every single thing that I had in my surroundings that reminded me of them. Fair enough, my home was practically bare at that stage, and I had to start again, which is a good thing. But I realised how much I was still allowing their energy into my life, to seep into my life. So even photographs, I'm like, that's the thing. I've blocked all my exes, both my exes on social media. If I see it, like, I remember as well, I was actually getting a new Facebook page, but like, my ex obviously, I blocked his first profile. He had a new Facebook page. It came up with people you may know, and I was just like, burn it, fucking burn it. If you keep allowing that energy into your life, they still have a hold on you. And that's the thing. If you still have photographs of them on your social media, or, physical photographs, if you have presents they gave you, if you're still wearing that jumper they bought you for Christmas, ew, like, that's icky. Like, that is literally, you're literally allowing that person to still control your life on an energetic level. This is the thing, like, we think that we just walk away from a relationship and we're okay, but that's it. No, this energy holds on to items. It sticks to items. If you're still wearing that necklace that your fucking toxic ex bought you, ew, That's holding energy. Every time that touches your skin, you're allowing that energy back into your life. This is not healthy. And this is the way we need to declutter. We need to let go of the past. How are you expected to welcome anything new into your life if you're still holding on to that? And it's not that you still have feelings for them. You're proud of yourself that you've walked away. But why are you still stalking their social media? Why are you still looking at their pictures? Why are you still obsessed with what's going on in their lives? Because they energetically are still holding on to you. They are sending out this vibration. And this is unconscious because you don't have to be a spiritual being. Or we're all spiritual beings. But you don't have to be spiritually awakened to send bad juju, bad energy. These narcissists have control of you throughout that relationship. And they will continue to have control of you unless you treat them like they never existed. This is the key to moving on from your exes. This is the key to moving on from the control that they will have on you. That control will not stop. You know, you might say, I'm not strong, or I wasn't strong enough to break out of that, or to maintain my control within that relationship. But you're still continuing to allow yourself to be weakened by their energy by still having them in your life. And that's what you do. You know, because you're so obsessed with what they're doing now, you're too afraid to delete those photographs. This is them still controlling you. How are you ever going to gain control of your life again if you're still obsessed with what they're doing, still obsessed with what their life is like? You know, still bitter. And this is the thing. It's not just physical items. If you still hold resentment towards them, this is them still controlling you. You know, forgiveness isn't about the other person. It's not about condoning their behavior. It's about releasing their hold to you. When you're angry, like you see a photograph or you go onto their page or something like that, and you get angry and bitter and resentful against what they did to you, who's that affecting? You. And only you. And that's their way of still controlling you. You're never ever going to release that control, release their hold on you, unless you fucking erase them from the existence of your life. This is what we need to do to move on. You cannot move on from a narcissistic ex unless they just don't exist. Wipe that shit out. This is how detrimental a toxically abusive relationship can be. That relationship took away everything you were. It weakened you till you had nothing left. How are you going to regain control of yourself and your personality if you're still holding that energy, whether it be in physical items, photographs, or in how you feel? How are you expected to welcome new energy into your life if you're still holding on to that bad energy? And this, you know, it can be hard. We think, oh, I have a history with that person. I spent a few years with them. I spent 8 years with my narcissistic ex. That fucker doesn't exist anymore. He never will exist. And, you know, this is why I was able to move on, because I didn't allow him back into my energy. After we initially broke up, yes, he was still trying to bombard me with abuse and messages and text messages and phone calls. And this was before I realised, you can block somebody if they're toxic. We have this fucking notion that, oh my God, I have history with this person, so I need to keep them in my life. Fuck no. If somebody hurt you, they do not exist anymore. They don't deserve to exist in your reality. This is the fucking whole point, like. You know, now, you know, after, like, I don't know what it was. What is wrong with us as fucking, we're like, we owe them something. We have history together. I can't block them. I can't ignore them. I was with this guy for 8 fucking years. Yes, you fucking can. When I realized you can block people, yes, you fucking can. And now I you know, if somebody is toxic, you can block them. You can. You do not have to keep someone in your life just because you have history. If they're fucking toxic, they're toxic. Get rid of those items. Get rid of those photographs. get rid of that energy. And get rid of the energy within you as well. Because you're being reminded, how are you expected to forgive or release that energy if you're surrounded by their shit? If you're surrounded by their photographs, if you're still stalking their life, they still have a hold of you. Do you know what I'm saying? You need to release that control, to gain power, regain that power over yourself, to build yourself up again. You have to cut those ties, those cords. This is it. Like, there's energetic cords still attached to you and your exes because you're holding on to this shit. You're never going to allow anything new into your life if you're literally blocking abundance from coming into your life because you're holding on to this bad juju. And that's what it is. You have to understand items hold energetic fucking frequencies. This person is still controlling you because you're allowing them to. You need to cut those cords. And this is a great look for a meditation online. Archangel Michael, ask him even, just ask your angels, ask Archangel Michael to cut those cords that are holding you to the past, holding you to that narcissistic ex, holding you onto that control. You can never fully be yourself again if that person is still in your life. Remember what they fucking did to you. Remember how much of yourself disappeared because of how they fucking treated you. No human being, no matter whether they were nice once, that was a lie because they're the fucking biggest bullshitters in the world. Remember how toxic they were. That person doesn't deserve to be in your life anymore. You know what I'm saying? You deserve the life of fulfillment and love that you desire. You cannot gain that if you still let your ex hold on to you. And I've seen this with people before, you know, clients and friends. It's like, block them. You need to walk away. And then they'll come at you saying, oh, he's after sending me this again. He's after sending me this. I'm really upset. I told you to block him weeks ago. What did you do? You're still reading the messages. You're still fucking doing this. You're still doing that. You're asking for this. You know what I mean? You know, you're literally asking for pain by staying attached to that person because of this. And this is the inner child. This is the inner child as well. This is always stems back to the inner child. When we release ourselves from a toxic relationship, there's the inner child within us is like, yeah, but what if I don't find anyone else? Yeah, but what if no one else loves me? What if they did love me? What if this? What if that? What if I don't want to hurt them? I don't want to do this. This is your inner child just crying out to be loved and is afraid to detach completely. This is why nurturing your inner child and loving your inner child is so fucking important, to get you away from that kind of energy. But clear out the clutter. Clear it out. Look around your space right now. Is there stuff that reminds you of your ex? Fucking burn it. Have you got photographs on your social media, on your Google Photos that need to be cleared out? Because even if you don't look at these photographs, even if they're there and you don't look at them, that energy is still in your environment. This is what I'm trying to explain to people. That energy is still lingering. You don't even have to look at that photograph, but because you still have that photograph, that energy is still there. That person still has control. Block them. Stop fucking stalking their social media. But this is their way of energetically controlling you. Delete that fucking photograph. Do you know, erase them from your life. Burn those items. Give them to charity or whatever. Sell them. You have these items in your life for a reason because you're afraid to move on. You're so used to that toxic energy. Something good comes into your life, you can't accept it because you're literally holding on to your past. You're holding on to your ex. This is why it's so important to release your ex and release that energy. Get that juju out of your house. Start again. Don't wear those things that they bought you. That to me, that makes my skin crawl to think that you could wear something that somebody so toxic gave you. Do you not feel icky being surrounded by this stuff? Does it not remind you of that pain that you went through? You do not owe this person anything. You don't. They were abusive. They were toxic. Let them fucking go. You can't say, oh, but they were this or this, that. They were nice at the start. This was false. A narcissist fucking acts this way as a way of bringing you into their fucking control. None of it was fucking real. People who are that toxic cannot be nice. So you saying, oh, but sure, look, you know, we have history together. This is bullshit. This was an evil person. You're allowing that evil person's energy into your life by holding on to these items. Get the fuck rid of them. Erase those photographs. Delete those fucking pictures. Why are you still letting that person control you? You know, you might keep saying, oh, I'm disgusted with myself for allowing that person to control me while I was in the relationship. You're allowing that person to control you now with these energetic items. You know? By not blocking them, by not erasing them from your life. Toxic people need to be deleted, blocked, and erased. They need to be cut out completely. You need to cut those cords, break free completely, or you will never be able to move on with your life. Do you actually want to regain control of yourself? Because by allowing this energy to remain in your life, you're never going to gain full control of yourself again. I'm going to read this quote again. I'm going to put it as the heading because it is profound. It blew my mind to read this because it's actually heartbreaking. You know, we can release ourselves from these relationships, but unless we remove that energy, we cannot actually regain our ownership of our own lives. Freeing yourself was one thing. Claiming ownership of that freed self is another. Are you ready to claim ownership of yourself again after losing yourself for so long? Doesn't matter how long ago that relationship was. If you're still holding on to items, if you're still stalking their social media, then they're still controlling you on an energetic level. Delete, block, erase, and burn that fucking shit. Get that juju out of your life. Move on and regain control. Regain ownership of that free self. You are the only one who gets to dictate your life. Do not let your ex or exes still have hold on you because of the stuff that you still hold on to. Let that go so that you can welcome in a new and abundant, fulfilling love into your life. Because the universe will not allow you to let in that magic unless you let go of the past. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you would like help on your journey, please book me for a discovery call today, and I would love nothing more than to help you on your path.